The first step in preparing the silicone mold for the plastic resin, I'm going to use this Light gold metallic powder. It'll add a nice metallic look to the medallion, and also it kind of functions as a parting agent, so it's kind of helpful to separate the coin from the mold at some point here. So just go ahead and dab it on here, put it on a Q-tip, and then just spread it around the mold. Make sure I get everything here. Should I even do the seams here? And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the back side. The excess. And when these two go together, here are my registration marks on the mold, so nothing gets flipped or rotated. I actually originally was using this as a pour spout for the plastic resin, just getting too much air bubbles. So what I have been doing is I actually put a piece of tape to bridge this hole here. I pour the resin in there, and there's a little bit of a dish. And then I pour a little bit of resin on this one to get rid of the air bubbles right next to the surface of the back of the medallion. And I take the two things with the plastic resin on them, slap them together, and wait about half hour before I do a mold separation. So I'll go ahead and set it up for the plastic resin now that I got my metallic look. In this aluminite, it comes in gold, silver, pewter, bronze, brass, tin, I don't know. So, but I like the idea of making my medallion look like it's gold. The original looked like it had a nickel finish. So let's go ahead and try the gold here. Go ahead and do a pour with the resin for the actual coin. So this is my plastic resin for the medallion, the first medallion, the inner medallion. This particular plastic, I got a couple of gallons that are mostly used for my brother. So I went on the cheap. The only disadvantage is I'm saving money by not purchasing resin, but this is really quick set plastic, so I got to work in a hurry. Also, I really can't, it sets so fast I really can't degas it. So that's why I have to just do everything crazy fast. Oops, yeah, splashing all over too, that's bad. It turns into this milky substance. Okay, then the first one I do is the indent here with the, again, this is the best way to get air bubbles from forming on the surfaces without degassing it. And I just go ahead and pour this right on the surface of this backside. It's pretty sloppy. So again, this is all about getting rid of air bubbles. I don't care internally because you can't see through the plastic anyways once the so I'll go ahead and slap that on. Ooh, I should have checked my registration marks beforehand. Shucks. Alright, well, there we go. I think that's right. No, it's not right. Shit. Should go ahead and do some more of this. There we go. So that just sits on there loose. It's kind of coming off my... And I'll wait a while and it'll set up, and hopefully I'll have a chance to show you a completed medallion. Kind of double checking my registration marks so they're reasonably accurate. Otherwise the front of the coin and the back of the coin get off eccentricity. So anyways, there it is. And I just have to let this set for about hour maybe. Total cure time is probably, you know, in the order of hours. But I won't worry about that. An hour, hour and a half should be a reasonable time to break the mold apart. Well, there it is. So I'll go ahead and separate the two halves of the mold, see what I got here. So far so good. Actually, it's kind of stuck to the glass down here. So that's the back side. A lot of flashing, more because of the technique I'm using. And I'll go ahead and pry from my little spout area. At least that makes a good pull-up point. Let's see. Ooh, not too bad. So there it is. Pull the flashing off here. And this will have to cut off. So there's some dress up on the edges here. Oops. This is my brother's setup. Commercial bought vacuum pump. I think he paid 90 bucks for it. Then he used a PVC tubing. Got a little valve down here. A vacuum gauge meter. And so you can see what's going on with your plastic resin. Basically just a really heavy duty magnifying lens. So on the vacuum belts, the glass doesn't break down inside from the suction. This is just I think this is a rubber boot to the base of a stick shift or something like that. So, but it makes a nice seal with the magnifying glass. So I'll go ahead and turn it on and kind of give you a demo what happens here. You can see the vacuum building. So I'll just go ahead and shut it off. That's just a demonstration of the machine there. Normal air pressure. Then I can lift the glass off. So I'm going to actually go ahead and mix my two resins up as soon as I bring them over here. Get that going. So here's my part A and part B of the clear resin. So I'll just go ahead and mix those up. This has a better set time, so I don't have to go crazy with the trying to get everything done in a hurry. So go ahead and get that stirred up really well. I don't even care if I mix gas in there right now, air bubbles, because it's all that should come out when I put it in the chamber here. So nice handy duty little basket. And I didn't use the full depth of the machine because I didn't want it to go all the way down. So go ahead and set that in there and let it degas. Oops, gotta pull this rubber thing off to get her down in there. Throw that back on. Turn the vacuum back on. Now, let me clear this glass off a little bit so you can see what's going on. Just a sec. Okay, so here we go. Shut this valve back off. Let me get closer there so I can actually see it degas. So go ahead and flip the machine on. You can see all the bubbles forming. I'll let this run for a couple minutes. Make sure there's no bubbles left in there. When I pour it, we're at this is what you need to do when you're pouring clear plastic, otherwise you'll see the air bubbles or gas bubbles. Don't know if there might be some volatiles in the plastic that come out along with the whatever air dissolved in the plastic. So this whole process is pretty messy. I do a lot of finger work. Probably not the best way to do this, but so I'm going to go ahead and actually just coat both sides of the medallion. So you're going to pour some epoxy right in here in my little tray. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour epoxy over the surface here. Make sure everything's, so I don't trap any air close to the surface. Okay, then I'm going to very gently lay it down in the epoxy here, making sure I don't trap bubbles. Slowly but surely. There we go. Then I go ahead and I'll just finish off the pour with the rest of this material in here. Start on the medallion backside. Pull in that little ridge. I might have to make adjustments to the medallion once it floats a little bit. Alright, looks good. Some colored stuff here. See if I can get that without getting too much on the turn it into a mess here. Colorful anyways. Don't know what it'll turn out to be. Yeah.